Hey YouTube, welcome back to more Jiu-Jitsu of the Mind and Black Belt Secrets. And today, I'm going to be talking about this tiny insect that's going to teach us how to be wise. Now, how can this tiny little insect who's got this tiny little brain going to help us to be super wise? Now, guess what this little insect is? Okay, now this insect drives everybody crazy. Okay, and especially in the summertime or when there's a drought, these little insects become a menace. And it becomes even a bigger menace when you leave food out or you find it around your trash can, you find it everywhere. They just clean everything up. Guess what we're talking about? Ants. Now, how can ants, who's this small, with this tiny little brain, teach us how to be extremely wise? Okay. If you ever watch ants, right? One thing that I notice about ants, okay, is that they're always searching for their next meal. They're always looking for the next meal that they could take back home to their nest. Okay? And this is they never rest on their laurels. They never sit there and say, okay, you know what, we have enough. We need to go look no more. You know what I mean? We got it all. You know what I mean? Times are great. You know what I'm saying? And we could sit back and we could just party. Right? Ants don't do that. If they do, it ain't for that long. Right? They're actually partying when they do get their next meal. Okay? So ants are always working together. Right? If you check ants always leave a blueprint. You know, one of the most amazing things when I was a young kid, you know what I mean, when I was young, you know what I mean? I was a very mischievous kid, right? So when I was younger, right, I used to see these ants, right? And one thing I always curious about these ants because they always walk behind each other. So one day I put like a little I put like a little water trail, right? And then I noticed that the ants would walk up to to like the little water trail, and they didn't know where to go. So I was like, what's going on here? I thought these ants could see. I'm saying the ants when you go around it, it's like it confused them. So what I noticed, right, just through experience, right, just through experience, right, that ants must leave a scent behind so that the other ant knows where to go. Whoa, whoa. So I said, whoa, wait, that's my first clue. That's why we have parents. We have parents that can leave blueprints behind so we know which way to go. So, in jiu-jitsu class, I'm a black belt. I teach my students, I leave them blueprints of which way that they should go. And if they don't listen to me, then you can get lost. Just like the ant that has lost the trail that his other partner left, he doesn't know where to go. So he's trusting that the people who came before him have left his trail that he could follow that leads him to the goal. So that's one of the things I learned from my ant. You know what I mean? And this ant's kind of small, and he doesn't even have a brain. Well, his brain is not as big as mine. So the next thing I noticed about ants is that they're always looking for, like I said earlier, they're always looking for the next meal. Okay? And they never stop. So let's say, for instance, in the summertime, they have a lot of food that they have gathered, right? They're gathering a lot of food all the time. Okay? Because they know a winter's coming. See, one thing that we make the mistake of is that we never think about the bad times that are going to happen in our lives. Whenever things are going good, we never think of the winter. We never think of the winter times that come in our life when things are really bad, right? And you can go through periods of winter for like 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, some people 5 years. Some people, when I talk to them, they're like, man, these last 2 years, man, it's been crazy. Okay? Nothing's been going my way, right? It's like I've just been in a valley. Okay? So what you have to understand, like the ants teach us to always prepare for the winter, the hard times that may or will come in our lives. Okay? So that's why the ants are always looking for stuff because they know that winter is coming. And then when the winter comes, guess what they're preparing for? The summer. So one of the biggest lessons I learned is that even though that we go through hard times in life, we can always envision the good times that are coming. and we are preparing ourselves for the good times. So during those hard times, when we're working on ourselves and developing our mindset, that will develop our skill set. Like I'll give you an example. You know, sometimes some jobs you can be made redundant, or a job or a business could close down, and you have been in that business for years. Now you're like, well, what am I going to do? You know, I've been made redundant, or you know, the business closed, or whatever the case is. Now, what am I going to do? So now you hit your winter. Okay, you hit your hard time. So during this hard time, you get to work on your mindset, which will focus on your on a new skill set, and then now you have a new tool set that you can go find another job, right? So always remember, the ants are always looking for change. Things change. So what we learn from the ant is that we got to prepare for the future, and if something goes wrong, then we create a new future for ourselves, and we don't stay there forever where we don't have where we're going to have a drought. Okay, so the ants, even though they're very small, they can show us how to be very, very wise, and how we should be able to move through life, right? And so we can always be successful. Okay, so let's go over it again. Number one thing is they leave a blueprint, right? So that other people can follow, so they can follow to the goal. The second thing is they're always gathering and preparing for the future. All right. So when times are great, they're gathering for when times are hard, and when times are hard, they're preparing for when times are good. Beautiful. So if you got anything out of this YouTube tutorial, man, smash that subscribe button. Show me some love. And then, hey, hit the like, right? And then always share this with someone else, because someone else will need to know how important this lesson is for us, okay? It's one of the biggest lessons I had to learn, and I'm working on the mastery of it, all right? So guys, hope you have fun. Remember, like, smash, share. I'll see you on the next Jiu-Jitsu of the Mind.